Hi guys, welcome to Easy Busy Gardening. I'm your gardener friend Ruchi, and today we are going to sow some basil seeds. So I have this heirloom basil seeds, and these are really tiny seeds. And I have this divided planter here in which I have put a good potting soil mix with compost, um, coco peat, and perlite, and I'm going to just sow these seeds in it. It is springtime. It's time for the basil plants to grow. So I'm just going to scatter a few seeds in each of these um, divider, I mean each of these parts, and now just going to cover it up with a little bit of soil so that the seeds are buried into the soil, and that way they stay warm and moist, and that helps in the germination process. So I'm going to water it a little bit, and then I'm going to um, put it in an area where it is warm and humid. So I'm just going to put it on my south facing windowsill and um, cover it with a plastic box which is see through so that the light goes in and it stays warm. And as they start to germinate, I'll keep you posted. Basil requires warm soil for germination. And where I live, it is still not that warm. So I had started them indoors, still only a few seeds grow. So that is always a problem, that is always a challenge. But some of the seeds have grown, and hopefully they'll survive. So I'll keep you posted. It's been 6 weeks and no more seeds grew. And that is fine. There are at least 7, 8 seedlings, and if they survive, I think that's fine. So our basil saplings are about 2 months old. Some of them are about 2 inches tall, like this one, and these are 3 to 4 inches tall. So it's definitely time to transplant them. I could have transplanted them earlier also because they're quite big, but anyways, so we can transplant it today. So here I have a planter in which I have a good potting soil mix, lot of compost, perlite, and coco peat. So coco peat keeps the soil moist, perlite provides good drainage, and compost provides good nutrition. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to take this big sapling and just plant it here. So just push from the bottom. So that's the advantage of having these divided planters. You don't disturb the other plants. So this whole thing has come out, and you can see that it has big roots, healthy roots. So just put it here just like that and fill it up. So this way, the plant is not getting any shock. And the best thing is that wherever this planter was, keep this planter there only, so that it is not it doesn't get the temperature difference or the humidity difference. Whatever this plant was acclimatized to, the same thing this should be acclimatized, so it will be easier for the plant to grow. So that's it. I'm going to water it a little bit and then just leave it outside. This planter was outside. Now the temperature outside is from 60 degrees Fahrenheit to 80 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about 20 to 25 degrees centigrade. So it is not too cold, it's not too hot, which is perfect for basil. And then I'll keep you posted how it's growing. So I have actually transplanted all the 3 pods from this because they were outgrowing this small planter, so I had to transplant them in any case. And I'll go to water it, and then I'm going to leave them outside, and let's see how they progress. So it's been about 2 weeks that we transplanted these basil saplings, and they are doing just fine. They're outside, and they get filtered light, because they're still young, so I have not put them in direct sun. They get filtered light, uh, and they're fine. I haven't seen too much growth, but uh, they look okay to me. They'll grow after some settling period. So it's been about 3 months that we planted the basil seeds, uh, and then we transplanted this after a few weeks. And these are doing great. I have put them in a place where they get filtered light outside now that it's summers. And so they um, I mean, you can also grow them inside, but I have seen that they tend to develop fungus, and either they'll become too leggy, or they will not grow inside. But you can, depending on the weather where you live. uh, for me, because now it's summertime, we had planted these in March end, and now it is June end. So the weather is nice, it's not too hot, and if you put it in outside in uh, hot sun, it depends where you live, because it may be okay, but for us, if I put it outside in the sun, they'll just burn. These leaves will totally burn in one day, so I put them in an area where they get filtered light, and that way they are growing well. And I noticed that on this one, if you look carefully, that it has started to develop flowers here. So whenever I see that, I pinch it away, because flowers means that's indication from the plant that it's time to develop seeds and die. You don't want that. You want to keep them alive, so you can keep pinching those away, and they'll be growing fine. So, definitely, I'll say one thing, that growing basil from seeds is not the easiest thing to do. Um, because, first of all, the germination rate is pretty low, and then you have to take care of these plants, because these are very delicate plants. So, if you can get a small sapling, that's probably easier for beginners. But of course, for experienced gardeners, it's no problem, and you can grow it from seeds. And once they germinate, then all you have to take care of is that they are not in too much sun, and they have enough water and things like that. So I hope this video was useful to you. If you have any questions, leave a comment, and I'll try to answer as soon as possible. If you like this video, press the like button and subscribe to our channel. And I'll see you next time. Happy gardening. Bye.